Hey guys, today we put together a list about 10 places that are a must in the hashtag PNW or Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, the places you've got to see if you come here or you live here. If you don't know, the Pacific Northwest or PNW is an area in the United States, in Washington, Oregon, and sometimes people consider British Columbia, Canada to be part of that too. And it's mostly the western sides of those states where it's very green and there's a lot of forests and it's rainy like today, and it's a very outdoorsy place.
Upper left corner USA, that's what's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much that's where it is. So here are our favorite places in the Pacific Northwest. Number 1 on the list is Oneonta Gorge. Oneonta Gorge is in Oregon, in the Columbia Gorge, which is where the Columbia River runs through the middle of Washington State and Oregon State. And this is considered a hike. It's very short, but it's very cool because you hike through a creek or a river to get there. And once you get to the end, there's this huge, massive, awesome waterfall at the end, and with like a little pool that some people even go swimming in. And I think it used to be a secret, but now it's so crowded, and we went in August on a Saturday morning, very, very early in the morning, and it was packed. So if you want to go there, we would suggest a weekday morning as early as you can. But in the summer, because the water is pretty cold, even in August.
Number 2 on the list is Vance Creek Bridge. And this used to be another secretive place. More people found out about it, and the property owners started getting pretty upset about it, so they started cutting down like the entrance on the bridge and making it basically impossible for you to trespass their property and get on the bridge.
Yeah, it's actually private property, so we do not advocate that you go there. Do it at your own risk. We went a few times actually, and we think it's worth it. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's a must. We've been there at least twice.
If you're on Instagram, it will be your Instagram heaven.
Yes.
Right? Alex would know.
Especially if you're on a drone.
Oh, yes. Number 3 is Cape Flattery. We just went to Cape Flattery a couple weeks ago, and we filmed a video when we went there, and it'll be linked up above and probably in the description below. But it's a very, very cool place. It is I'm going to say it right this time, the most northwestern point of the contingent United States.
Yes.
So basically, it's the very point of the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State. And it's very cool because it's where the ocean meets the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and it's just so beautiful. There's all these rock formations and sea caves and a forest and a boardwalk, and it's just very beautiful. Another awesome place to go to get shots for Instagram.
Number 4 on the list are the Florence sand dunes, which are located in Oregon. Those are amazing because you can go, and for like $20 you can rent your own sandboard.
Even cheaper, I think.
Yeah, it might be cheaper. They basically give you a sandboard and wax, so you just go at the tip of the sand dune, you wax your board, and then you go down the hill, which is pretty awesome. It's like snowboarding but on sand.
Yeah,
and
it was really fun when we went.
If you fall, it doesn't hurt that bad or that much, but the thing is that it's really sandy, so
you'll get sand everywhere. Just
yeah.
Be prepared for that.
Go in the summer. Go in the summer, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a really cool place because the sand dunes are right next to the beach, or they are the beach. They're right next to the Pacific Ocean on the coastline, so I think in some parts you can stand on top of a sand dune and you see Oregon State and you see the Pacific Ocean, which is pretty crazy.
Right, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Number 5 is the Vista house. This place is also at the Columbia Gorge, and there's a historic road that runs along the gorge that you can drive on to get views of the river and the mountains. And when you're driving on that road, you'll come to this historic house that has a crazy viewpoint of like everything. You can see the river like way down below. You can see Washington on the other side of the river. You can see Oregon on the side where you're standing. And it's just really cool to get some nice views up there.
Next time I go there, I'll take the drone.
Oh, yeah. All these places, we have to go back and take the drone.
Yes. And coming up, number 6, which is the PNW Bus, Pacific Northwest Bus. And this is located in Eastern Washington. We went in Eastern Washington to visit my friend, which he goes to the university over there. And so we slept in his dorm over the night, and then we took a road trip to the Pacific Northwest Bus and Palouse Falls. Palouse Falls, it's not on our list.
It's not on the list, but it's a bonus if you go to the bus.
If you go there, it might be fun if you bring a paint spray so you can actually do some graffiti on it.
Yeah, because the whole bus is like graffitied over, and people put their own tags on there or some art, so you could mark your spot as well.
Right.
Number 7 is Mount Pilchuck. This is one of our favorite hikes in Washington State that we did a couple years ago. And the hike is we thought it was pretty challenging. It's pretty steep, but the reward once you get to the top is amazing. You have a 360 view of everything around you, and there's this little like lookout cabin type thing at the top where some people actually spend the night.
They're not supposed to, but they do it anyways because it's fun.
I think they're supposed to. I think you can.
I think there's a sign that says no camping.
Okay, that's debatable. We don't know.
Check it out next time you go there. Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, but it's a very, very cool hike. The views are like insane, like very cool. You can see really far, and there's actually a sign up there, I think inside the cabin, where it shows you, if you look on the horizon, all the different places.
Yes.
And you can see as far as like the Puget Sound, Seattle, Tacoma, Mount Baker up in the north. It's pretty crazy how far you can see, but definitely go on a clear day, because if it's cloudy, you won't see anything. Or you might be above the clouds and it'll be even cooler.
Number 8 is the Cougar Hot Springs in Oregon. We actually really wanted to go to some hot springs, and we did the research. When we did the research, we found out that those were like the nicest around here. The hot springs was actually super awesome. They had, I believe, 5 pools, and they were descending from the biggest and the hottest to the coldest and the smallest. So that was actually pretty awesome. Yeah. Water is super hot, so if you are into that, go there. But I don't think you can be in it for too long because you get dizzy and lightheaded. So
you can move from pool to pool. Like if you want to try the hottest one first, you'll be there in like for 2 minutes, and you're like, I'm done. And then you go just lower down to the pools that are cooler.
Right.
Number 9 is Bandera Mountain. This is another hike that is in Washington State, and this one is along the I-90 corridor on the way to Snoqualmie Pass. And if you go here, you should go, I think, in the late spring or early summer when there's wildflowers blooming there. And it was so amazing because you're climbing in the forest, and you know, it's like a regular hike. But then you get high enough where you pass the forest and you're on this like very rocky and grassy slope, and there's just wildflowers like all around you, and you look down and you can see the freeway from the top of that hike, which is insane. And it's like very steep like view and climb. So you just look straight down and you just see like the mountain going down below you and just right into the valley. And the views are very, very cool.
Number 10 on the list, and the latest, I believe.
And the last one.
And the last one, it's Franklin Falls. But keep in mind, don't just go to Franklin Falls. Just go to Franklin Falls over the winter.
Yes.
Because that's when the beauty gets uncovered. It's such a cool place, and sometimes either the entire waterfall freezes or sometimes only half of it. And when it freezes, it's so blue and it's really cold, by the way. It's at least -5 or 6 Celsius, I believe.
Or like 9 degrees Fahrenheit, I think it was when we were there.
Right. It's amazing. There's lots of people. It's not an easy hike. You gotta go through snow. Depends on what time you go.
This is at the summit at Snoqualmie Pass, which is why it was so cold and so snowy. So it depends, you know, what the snow conditions are when you go there. But the winter is the time to go. Okay, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more stuff from us.
And like always, you're probably expecting this. Go on Instagram, type in adventures like this, you'll find our account, and we just uploaded one super awesome picture from Cape Flattery. That's only the introduction. There's gonna be more from Cape Flattery because that's an amazing place. Alright guys, we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!